Welcome to HDTV. You now rocking with the boy. Now, TMZ released a report today, which it was real early in the morning. Well, yesterday in the morning. The Kenosha vigilante shooter arrested, booked for homicide. Kenosha County Sheriff David Beth says the shooting that occurred and resulted in 2 people dying is exactly why he doesn't support deputizing citizens with guns to help police patrol neighborhoods. He says it's way too much added liability for his department and leads to more confrontation. Sheriff Beth says he thinks the 2 victims got mixed up with this group, inquiring about becoming deputized. He also gave his reasoning why law enforcement He also gave his reasoning why law enforcement let the shooting suspect, identified as the 17-year-old Rittenhouse, leave the scene without being arrested. The vigilante shooter in Kenosha, who allegedly shot and killed at least 2 people, has been captured by cops, and he's now facing homicide charges. Kyle Rittenhouse was arrested in Antioch, Illinois. Court records indicate he was booked for first-degree homicide in relation to the Kenosha shooting. It appears he's been assigned a public defender and is set to appear in court for an extradition hearing later this week. A man who witnesses described as being part of a vigilante militia group with a long gun brazenly walked down the street in Kenosha, Wisconsin, Tuesday night and began firing his weapon at people protesting the police shooting of JAcobblake, killing 2 and incredibly walking right past a swarm of cops who let him go into the night. The protest centered around the courthouse and got out of hand with water bottles, rocks, and fireworks aimed at police. The police then fired rubber bullets and tear gas into the crowd, which then dispersed and moved several blocks. That's when the white vigilante appears on video with his gun. He reportedly had already shot someone several blocks away, and he was being chased by protesters who were trying to subdue him. The vigilante falls to the ground and he's being chased, and then begins unloading his weapon, striking and killing 2 people. And then the unthinkable happens. As police swarm the area in patrol cars and fortified vehicles, the vigilante, gun clearly visible around his chest, put his hands up in the air. Puts his hands up in the air. The police vehicles all pass him as the crowd screams he's the shooter. It's a stunning contrast. The white vigilante posed a clear and present danger, even if cops didn't know he was the shooter yet. JAcobblake, an unarmed black man, was shot in the back 7 times as he tried to get in his car. Jacob is now paralyzed from the waist down. So, the vigilante escaped and still is on the loose. So basically, this is what I don't understand. You see a person, doesn't matter whether they're white or black, they're walking down the street with an assault rifle, and you just let them pass. Is it because, well, that's a white kid there, so he's not going to pose no threat? And then people have the right to even, to me, they're basically trying to justify this too. They're saying he was attacked by a guy, a protester, who kicked him. Yeah, he kicked him because he was aiming the gun at him. So it's just, this is what we're talking about. The double standard. Now, if a black man who was dark as a tire walked down the street with an assault rifle to his chest, do you think the cops would have let him pass? Just wait a minute. Just think about it. Would the cops have let him pass? You see, this is the problem. We need the solution. And Carcino for Life basically suggested a great plan. Shout out to him, Carcino for Life. Why don't you just become cops and police your own neighborhood? Why not become cops? Why not try to become politicians? Why is it that we don't want to go after the jobs they don't want us to get? Huh? We need to have a solution. We need to fight for reparations, one. A part of that reparations is land. We need to get the laws changed. We need to get rid of the Constitution and redo it. Get rid of some state laws and city laws and redo it. Because when these laws were put out, this was in an era where, it was heavy racism. I mean, heavy. So to me, with this happening, a guy walking down, and then the police officer talking about, well, this is why we shouldn't defund police and everything. I agree with you. We shouldn't defund police. We shouldn't get rid of the police. But at the same time, when are you guys going to retrain and get your act together? You guys walk around here like it's okay just to kill a black man. And then pink folk again on my nerves because they're talking about, well, it looked like he was in self-defense. This guy was walking around with an assault rifle. So let me ask you this, pink folk. If this guy was in your neighborhood and you got kids around and he has an assault rifle, you wouldn't feel threatened? Running down the street with an assault rifle, you don't find that suspicious? Oh, but he's white, so he could just be carrying it to show off. But let a brother come in your neighborhood with an assault rifle. Running down the street, you got kids outside. You gonna call the police quick. Now, this was a thing said by a female content creator. She works with Fenarios and Jamal the Creative and all them. Her name is TK. She's from New York. Brooklyn style, baby. Brooklyn style. Shout out to her. Go support her and subscribe to her page in ATL verse, all of them. She says something very, very smart. It's funny how white people aren't afraid of tarantulas or lizards or snakes or crocodiles or bears or animals. But if they see two black people walk past them, they're petrified. It's the weirdest stuff like she says she's ever seen before. And it's correct. It's true. It is true. You can see a lion walk by who just mauled 5 people. They're running, but they're still trying to make sure the lion's okay. But they see 2 black people walk by. They're holding their purse. They're running into the store for their life. But what do you guys think? Do you think in this situation the police are right and letting the guy just walk down the street and they drove past them in their cars? To me, it sound fishy. Because why would you let a kid or anybody walk down the street with an assault rifle? I mean, that don't make any sense. And you didn't detain him? Why you didn't detain him? That's what we need to be asking the right questions. Why wasn't he detained and he walked past the police with an assault rifle? Look, man, this world is in hell already inside the basket. So let me know what you guys feel. Do you feel the cop should have stopped him? Do you feel he should have been detained? And do you feel he was wrong in shooting? And basically, do you think if he was a black man, would he have been able to do what he did? Walk down the street with an assault rifle and be let go by the cops? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for subscribing and continuing to grow the page. We're at 66 subscribers. That's good because I remember a month ago I was at 30. And now we just jumped up to 66, man. It's a blessing. And I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you for supporting videos we got out right now. black businesses. A man and his wife have a they opened a restaurant in Bruton, Alabama, and it's called Drexler and Honeybees. And basically, they don't take any cash, they just take donations. I mean, yeah, they don't charge anybody, they just take donations. If you have it, give it to them. They feed you a full course meal, like collard greens, I believe, steak and mac and cheese, all of that good stuff. um and then we got the story on poor widow Luca. But yeah, man, this Kenosha thing is going crazy. The Jacob Blake, man, is I'm sorry, it's just a travesty that this man was unarmed and got shot 7 times, but this white man, or this white kid who's 17, running down the street with an assault rifle, is allowed to run down the street with an assault rifle. That just shows you our cops are idiots. They're twisted, and they just see white as being great, and they don't do no wrong. But the black man, he's a damn liar. He's a snake. He's a killer and conniving. So like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share this, please. And my Cash App is $ welcome to HDTV. Again, $ welcome to HDTV. And like, comment, subscribe, and share, like I was saying. And we're out. Law boy.